Hear me out. Real conversations, real life, real truth. Let's talk.
Nobody came to save me. Can we tell the truth today? Because I don't like to fake it till you're making and pretend to be somebody that you're not. I don't do that. What I realize is that everybody celebrates the woman they call strong. That's me. I don't let people see me weak, vulnerable, only strength. But nobody ever asks me what it costs me to become that woman. They never asked me that question. People say, girl, you're so strong. But what if strength wasn't my choice? I mean, what if strength became only option? My only option. So I didn't have the support. I always been the strong one. Nobody asked me if I wanted to even be strong. But life demanded it. People see me today and they see ministry, the church girl, the hard worker, businesses. They even see leadership. They see me encouraging other people, uplifting, helping, supporting, building for others. But they didn't see the nights that I sat on side of my bed trying to figure it all out for everybody. Pacing the floor all night long, trying to figure out other people's situations, other people's struggles while they sleep, unbothered. They didn't even see me trying to figure out how I was going to raise my children while I was still trying to heal from my own childhood trauma. Nobody sees that. And if they see it, they ain't going to say nothing. And that's a conversation we don't have enough. See, I wasn't just raising children. I was trying to raise children while healing from being a child myself. I mean, how do you tell your daughters she's valuable? Valuable. When someone spent years and years and years making you feel like you wasn't I mean, how do you teach your children to trust when your own trust was broken? How do you teach confidence when somebody stole yours before you even knew who you were? How? You see, nobody teaches you how to do that. You just survive. I've worked, I graduated high school, college, and still in college. I kept pushing. I bought cars for my daughters, gave them sweet 16 birthday parties. I put them in apartments when they graduated and came out of high school. Well, one of them, but I gave both of them the same thing, same privilege, same reward. Not because I was trying to impress anybody, y'all. Mm-mm. I wasn't trying to to focus on unnecessary things. I was trying to break a cycle. I wanted my children to have a head start that I never had. I wanted them to know opportunities I had to fight for. But here is something every parent needs to hear. Every parent needs to hear this. You could give your children love. You can give them wisdom. You could give them opportunities. You can pray over them. You could bless them. You can sacrifice for them. And they still have to make their own choices. So for years, I blamed myself for battles that didn't even belong to me because I did the best I could. I carried guilt that God never asked me to carry. Then life humbled me again. It humbled me. It humbled me. There were seasons I needed help. There were seasons I depended on government assistance just to keep moving. And it's so sad. It's so, so sad that people would judge you for surviving. But I've learned something. Never look down on somebody who's surviving. Never, ever, never. Because the only difference between you and them may be that your storm hasn't arrived yet. That's the difference. Then my health changed. I had a heart attack. I even had a stroke. Doctor's appointments after doctor's appointments, tests after tests, questions after questions. Matter of fact, questions I never thought I ever had to ask. But when you realize tomorrow isn't promised, that's an eye opener. You stop pretending. You stop living for people's approval. You stop explaining yourself to people who have never walked in your shoes. Stop. You just stop. And you start to thank God you're still here. So today, I'm not talking to you because my life has been perfect. 'Cause I'm so far from perfect, y'all. So far from perfect. I'm talking to you because I've lived through some things that didn't even make sense of why I survived. I survived childhood trauma. I survived rejection. I've survived seasons where I didn't know how I was going to make it. I've survived watching people walk away. Yeah. I've survived disappointments that almost broke me. And I'm still here. Y'all don't even know the half of it. But not because I was always strong, even though it looked like that, but because God was faithful, y'all. He was faithful, even when I didn't even deserve it. He didn't treat me as my sins deserved. So for those who's tired, if you're tired of carrying the weight of everybody else, if you're wondering whether you're going to make it, hear me. Focus. Hear me. Please hear me. Your survival has a purpose. It has a purpose, sis. Your pain is not your identity. Your story is not over. It's not over. The fact that you're still breathing the breath of life tells me God is still writing your story. And maybe, just maybe, nobody came to save us. Because one day, God was going to use us to help somebody else survive. That's purpose. That's purpose for your journey. Somebody needed to hear that today. And I believe somebody needed to say it.